Greetings and welcome to Is It Art, the show where we come together, put on our imaginary berets. One day I'll get a real beret, and rank album cover art. None of us
And
have.
with our host, Joe, who makes our hearts go icky thump.
That's right.
Got mine in first. I'm going to be nice. So I'm making you look like the asshole.
That's right. None of us have any art degrees, so we're using the old opinion method to rank these. Now, I did go to the arts and craft thing in Fairhope, Alabama, quite a few times, so there is that. With me today, Peppermint Patty's main squeeze, Jason.
There you go. You were nice.
He represents the Lollipop Guild, Ed.
He was not nice.
Housekeeping. You're watching this on YouTube, so please subscribe to us on YouTube and give us some likes and shares and all those fun things. It really helps us out. We appreciate that. Join our Patreon.
My mom can't be the only subscriber, y'all. Help
That's
us out.
right. Join our Patreon for an exclusive show if you're silver tier or above, called Lost and Found, where we discuss bands that maybe are side projects or had one album or just somebody you hadn't thought of in a while. You can also
Like Boxcar Racer.
Boxcar Racer or Sublime. So we have those two up. We may have soundtracks up by the time you see this. I am not 100% sure. We'll see. On this episode, our heroes will be discussing the album art of the White Stripes. These rankings have nothing to do with the content of the album.
Ed.
Ed, it doesn't matter how classic the album.
See, you all do it too, but you blame
No,
me.
if it join, if the album art and the album
Just
are,
like
go together,
Dude,
it's fine.
literally in Led Zeppelin, you said, I'm going to put this album as my number one because it has my favorite Led Zeppelin song on it.
That's right.
But it wasn't not a badass cover. It was a badass cover.
It was a badass. It was my number one too, but for different reasons.
I don't remember.
I mean, that
What
was
my
part
number
of the
one?
reason. It wasn't
Yours was not.
Oh, mine was
You
Led Zeppelin 1?
You were all over the place, Joe. I don't.
Yeah, you were fucked up on that one. Your opinion was wrong.
No, my art was right. y'all were worried about songs, innit? We're just using the old eyeball. What tickles the eyeball? Whatever. Y'all have messed me up. Tickles the eyeball.
All right, let's get rolling because this one is not art.
Just
This
make
is
sure
horrible.
that you put in the I part in that sentence, okay? Because it could go the wrong way if you do not say I. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And I did not give you the thing again where y'all were supposed to read at the end, so I'm gonna have to make up the outro. Y'all get ready for that. So let's get
fine.
started. Ed, give us number 7.
Oh my god.
Okay, so for number 7, I'm gonna go with the subtitle. Even though, like, when you go to the Apple store, they move, which I like how they do that now. But is I mean, if we get past the colors here, like I get the color scheme, and that's why people would think this is boring. But if you look at the pictures themselves, they put in a lot of flair, even though the colors or the schemes were the same. And I think that was Jack's idea. And I read on how or why that is. There's a reason behind it. He had a dream or something about it. Anyway.
I'd be curious to understand why they went red, black, and white for every album cover. That would be.
I think he says it in the video somewhere, but I can't remember. But I would pick this one because it's just, again, them young dressed regularly. But it does get the dressing and the fonts do look interesting with some other ones. So.
All right, Jason.
All right. Well, I'm going to go Icky Thump because I'm sorry. After 5 albums with such a red theme, how are you going to change it like that? I know it's still black, white, and red, but it's mostly black and white. Fuck that. You should have kept it on going with the red in the back like that. So Icky Thump gets bottom tier. But I will say Meg is sporting a pretty spiffy hat there, so it gets points for that.
I'm very torn with this because I agree with you, and I agree with you, Ed. I agree with both of you on these. So really, these two are fighting for my bottom spot. I'm going to say Meg's hat is going to win, so we're going to go with the self-titled for number 7.
This is the dumbest.
So if you've seen our other ones, you understand that we're not huge on band photos, just in general.
Yeah,
This is all this is.
And that's all we have here. So we're really picking for the bottom barrel. So yeah, that's my number 7. Jason, number 6.
Jesus. Um, I'm gonna go under the white Northern Lights just because, again, it's like Jack woke up and said, "You know what? Let's make it more white and black and minimize the red." So I'm putting that one down there.
Okay. I'm going to go with Icky Thump. I do like that hat,
Yeah, I mean that's a pimp ass hat.
but
I ain't gonna lie.
we've gone this far with our normal albums in this certain way, and if you,
Right?
you just commit to it, I mean, but now we have it, so there we are. Ed, give
That,
us
that,
number 6.
that bugs me.
I'm gonna go with white blood cells. Again, just it's interesting. I like the picture, and I like the message behind it.
Well, hold up now. Before you make your choice, do you know what those people are? Have you seen the other?
Reporters.
Yeah, you've seen the other photo.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you can see that. I'm
The
not looking.
reporters, you said?
Yeah,
Reporters. Yeah.
Okay.
hold on. That's the wrong one. Oh, yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, they're reported, and look how happy they are.
Yeah.
You know,
They don't look happy on the cover though.
Yeah.
But
that's a
yeah,
statement
no.
right there. That's a statement.
But it's just them in regular clothes. I think their clothing get interesting later on. And yeah, that's why I'm putting it back.
He's gonna have Icky Thump #1 for that hat.
That's right. That hat's nice now. That's fine. I'm going to go with the style. Once again, we've kind of had we're in a red and white clothing, and we're both in white clothing this time. We're standing around some boxes. I don't get it. It's fine. I understand what we're trying to be artsy with it, but it's just a band photo. Ed,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow you with that one. That's it looks like they're scared, like they got in trouble or something.
I also don't like
Um,
the length of where that black line is over Meg's head. It makes it look weird.
yes.
Kind of looks like she has a
Yes.
top hat.
Yeah, and I don't really care for that.
Yes. No, you're right. Yeah, that bothers me now. But yeah, it's just it's a weird set, and I'm not understanding it either. Maybe there's a meaning behind the name of that, but I have no idea.
But it's kind of like abstractish art. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Where's my brain? Jason, give us number 5.
I'm gonna go with Get Behind Me, Satan, because I don't like the Jonathan Davis look.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Simply put,
yeah.
that's all there is to it.
Ed, what you think?
I'm gonna go after that with Elephant. I do like the way that they're dressed in this one a little bit more. I don't like that she's crying. That makes me sad.
That's
Um, but
that was gonna be my number 4 for the series.
uh, I don't know what he's looking at. Is he looking at the mic? Is that what he's looking at?
It looks like a light bulb.
That is
In the Apple Music. It's swinging back and forth, and his head goes up and down.
Let me see.
yeah, it's a
yeah,
mic.
that's dope. There's a mic.
I'm sorry, a light. I think it's a light.
Light. Yeah, yeah. And what does he have in his hand?
I can't tell.
That looks like a light too, or one of those things like from the shot where you beat each other with them.
Yeah. As you
Yeah.
can see, we do a lot of preparation for these.
Paddling, a paddle. Yeah.
Maybe that's why
Oh,
Meg
wow.
is sad.
That could be.
Maybe he's but I'm gonna pick that one. I do like their clothing a little bit better though. They get more interesting.
They look like we're at some kind of, weird Western festival. Jason, give us number 4.
I'm with Ed. I don't like Sad Meg.
Yeah. You can go
I
ahead
guess
and
number 4.
same thing. Throw it there
Like-
too.
Why you gotta do that to Meg?
I know.
Yeah, don't be treating Meg bad poorly. Jason, number 3.
My number 3 is gonna be, I guess, this one. Self-titled. They're just kind of standing there. Band photo. Yay. I don't know.
Yeah.
At least Meg's not sad. Jack doesn't look like Jonathan Davis, and it's red and white, so mostly red. So I like it better than the rest.
I'm gonna go with white blood cells. It's interesting that those are supposed to be reporters. That's fine. I never knew that. It just seemed like a bunch of people dressed in black trying to attack them. I didn't, I
Which
didn't
is still
understand.
pretty cool. Come on.
I didn't know what we were doing there. So it's fine. It is what it is. If this was the only one that was like this instead of every album, yes, it would be cool and unique. But it's not. Ed, number 3.
I'm gonna Get Behind Me, Satan. They look glorious in this picture. They look like
You're not
they belong.
rada.
And his hat's pretty nice. I love his hat too. But her dress is beautiful. I think Meg looks really good in that picture. And the mustache on his part could go without, but yeah, I think it's a good picture.
Got the life.
Is black the color you want to wear when you're that pale of a person?
I mean, generally,
Yeah.
people that wear all black are pretty pale.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I've never been a goth, so I don't know. Shout out to all the goths. If you're a goth, comment below.
Sofa King could be a goth. He's pretty sad.
That's true. Whose turn is it, mine? Does that
Sure.
make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna go with. Man, this is it's a real toss up here because I kind of like the Get Behind Me Satan one because
Yeah,
she's
I think
holding
that's a
like it
pretty
looks
good
like a
one.
white apple, so it's kind of cool, and their hands are reaching out to each other, and there's I think it's a little cooler.
If it was a green apple, holy shit, would that break the mold and
Yeah.
be like top tier?
Let's go with Get Behind Me Satan then for number 2. I'm with you. You've convinced me. Hell, it could have been a red apple, and it would have,
No,
Could've
no,
No.
she could have
no.
worn white. It could have been a red apple.
White's better than red. If it was a black apple, that'd be cool too.
Yeah,
But
green apple would be cool. But I like this one. I think it's a cool. It's the cooler of the pictures of them, like this.
Yeah, but I forgot to mention that Mike is not like in the right place.
Which means
It's not
the right place.
it's centered.
like it could be up a little bit more.
Well,
Like it's like hanging down a little bit. At
I
least
think
in
it's
this
hanging down
picture.
on purpose, right?
No. Well, anyways, but yeah.
You don't know. You weren't there.
They could have fixed it. Somebody could have said, like, "Hey, let's push that up a little."
Yeah. Boom mic on top of your head. Ed, give us number 2.
I'm gonna go with Icky Thump. I love that they went different here. I love it's their last album, so they went different colors. Not color, but same color, but less red and more black and white. Her hat's fantastic. Their outfits are outrageous. I love it. I think for a garage sounding band, like their clothing does not match their style at all, which I think is fantastic and really.
It's
really
like they
cool.
found the clearance rack at a country western store and was like, "This is what
Yep.
we're gonna be."
Yeah.
And Meg hit that Halloween sale.
Uh-huh. Well, we're gonna
Yeah.
get some hate for that one.
Now, see, if Icky Thump's cover was their third album, I'd give it more credit. I'd be like, okay, they tried something new. But after 5 albums, no. That's why it's at the bottom. You had a theme. You made it 5 albums. You should have stuck with it.
Jason, what's number 2?
I guess I'm going to go with Distill. It to me, this one kind of fits the. This looks like a white stripe. Like, this matches their sound, I think. Their clothing matches. They're
I
just
feel like-
standing there.
I feel like this tells me they're a house band at IKEA.
I mean, their sound is kind of not really, Icky Thump looks like they should be like playing at your local bar and
Yeah, the Grizzly Rose.
yeah, Get Behind Me Satan looks like they look like a Korn cover band.
They look like vampires to me. I don't know. Like it looks like that.
That doesn't fit to me though. I mean, to me,
Yeah,
I think this one fits their sound the most.
that's true.
Even their first album kind of fits their sound the most.
Ed, what?
I
Give
mean-
us number. Oh,
Ain't got much to go on here with these albums.
Ed, give us number 1.
Under the Great White Northern Lights. I think that first of all, I love this documentary. I thought it was great. And I know we're not tying it into it or anything, but I like this picture of the water walk by the water, and I think they make it all the way up to where the Northern Lights happen. Because I think there's like a shot on the documentary where they played to Eskimos, I believe, like a tribe or something like that. Because they go up to Canada and they travel. I don't know if they'll make it to. I don't know, but they go toward the top part of Canada, and they go to these little rural places too, and it's pretty cool. It's a good documentary. And,
As a final album, it's a good picture. As a
Yeah.
final like live album, the last thing they did, I'll
Mhm.
give it that.
I love it. I think it's great. And the Northern Lights, I've always wanted to go see those too. So
Um, yeah, I didn't see if they. I've never seen this documentary. I don't know if we've talked to Inuit. If they play for Inuit people or not.
That's your pick too.
Yeah, that's my pick. Also, I think it's cool. Like them cut out. I like the boardwalk. I like the water. I like the sand. I like the stars in the background with the clouds. I think it's the best they've got to offer for me as far as an album cover goes.
Yeah, I think if they would have done the silhouettes white and
The sea red.
maybe
or
the
something?
the sea red, like if it would have had more red in it, it'd be top tier.
Yeah, and I
For
think
me.
there's an alternate cover or something where everything's tinted in red. But I don't.
Maybe.
This is one I'm.
wait, am I missing one? Who's missing one?
Jason.
No, it's me. White blood
Oh,
cells. I actually like this photo. It's again, it kind of fits the music. They're getting surrounded by. It looks like ninjas on the front, but it's really reporters. They look scared, but then they're like happy. It's got all the three main colors. Red is prominent. Black is the second color. White is the more mute color.
I really wish I could remember why he did that or they did that. There's a reason.
I'd be really curious. Like it's definitely on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you don't do that 5 albums in a row.
Except for
did
Icky
you? Yeah. Did you guys? So when did you guys get on board? Like, did you guys ever hear that they were like brother and sister, and then they were married, or they were?
Yeah, I heard the
I
the
heard all
rumors.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they were actually married.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And but they started the rumor that they were brother and sister after they got divorced.
Yeah.
And they had beef with the Black Keys because they thought the Black Keys stole their sound,
Oh.
which is really interesting. There's videos of that on YouTube, and like Jack White has actually gone off on the members of the White Keys before.
I mean, didn't they
Because
kind of steal their sound?
they're more rock though. They're not
I
like
mean,
garage. I mean, a lot. You can say the Strokes did too. I mean,
oh yeah, the Strokes definitely.
but they influenced a lot of people. But Jack White, like for a while there, he was not having it with the Black Keys. It's pretty fun.
Again, it's the same
Videos.
way everyone thinks because a band was the first to break through and get big, that all these other bands stole their. There's a distinct, like you could say the Screaming Trees stole Nirvana's sound, but they were around at the same time.
Mhm.
Whereas Bush actually did steal that because it was after. A lot of the bands that
Oh, yeah.
came out of at that same time with that garage rock sound probably were influenced by the same, previous bands. So they all kind of sounded. That's kind of how it happens. Like the whole new metal thing. You could say, I guess you could say Linkin Park kind of stole
Mhm.
Limp Bizkit and all those, but you can't really say Limp Bizkit stole Korn because they were all writing music and making music, and even Linkin Park kind of
Yeah,
was
I don't.
writing music.
I think stealing is the wrong word. It's more like influence. They influenced each other. Like it's just you can't help it. You're rubbing elbows with these people.
But not if they all come out at the same time or they're all writing music at the same time. I think they're all their influences are the same,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not their influences aren't each other. They just have the same influences.
yeah.
They just
and,
happen to come up with the same
And
sound.
I enjoyed this sound. I think it's unique. I think if more bands would come up, maybe to help Joe to interest Joe more, like maybe like a little better singing. But
I
think the
actually
style-
I like the Strokes better than the White Stripes.
yeah, no, the Strokes are good. I saw them
So
with
you're the
Red
one's
Chili
got the hot
Peppers.
take.
I mean,
It's
is it?
probably still me,
This
but-
Is It is like an amazing album.
Yeah, no, they put out some good stuff. But yeah, so it's interesting to see how I would like to see more bands with this sound. I think there aren't enough, especially nowadays with the young people.
It's gone now, though, right? There's nothing really. It didn't last long.
I would love to see the
Emo
musical
came and
talent.
killed it. MCR came and wiped all these fools out.
That's right. They'll be talking about MCR like they talk about Nirvana years ago.
They already do. They already do.
Okay, well, MCR, another god awful band.
Oh, we'll get to them. If I got to bring Cowboy on this show, I'll bring Cowboy on this show for backup.
That's the backup we're bringing is going to be Cowboy on MCR.
Okay. I'm not okay. Dude, that song's dope. I don't know what y'all thinking.
That song is not dope.
God.
It's such an amazing album. I love Concept Records, and you take three, like the Wonder Years, take those 3 albums together. You do that with MCR's Bullets to Black Parade. Whew,
now I am curious because it's been a very long time since I've listened to any MCR. What my opinion now is of them. I don't believe it's changed a lot, but
probably not.
One of these days we'll find out, I'm sure. But any parting words from you about their album art? Either one of you? I don't have anything.
We gotta figure out what this black, white, and red thing is. And I'm just glad that it has to be some kind of like black magic or something.
If you know, comment below. Let us know, or come to our Discord and tell us what's happening there. Because I'm not Googling it.
I'm gonna Google it right now while y'all are talking.
I ain't giving it a Goog. We'll save that for the very end. Then
I don't give a Goog.
Yeah,
I'm not Googling. Dude. You need to patent that and put that on your shirt, Joe.
I stole it from somebody else. I don't know who, but
man, I like it.
Give it a Goog is a good one. Okay, so there you have it. There is our Is It Art for the White Stripes. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of it. Let us know what you think about their album art. You can rank them just like we did, or just say, it looks white, red, and black, just like we did. Until then, please give us a like, share, subscribe, and tell Third Man Record. You don't necessarily have to tell Jack White because he might get offended by my conversation during this, but tell the people at Third Man Records they'd love to hear about us talking about them. I believe, and since
they're gonna get tagged, don't worry about that.
Oh yeah, please tag them, and I'm sure they'll come after me, and we'll get some kind of hate mail from them. Maybe they'll give us some free vinyl.
Hey, I tagged Yellow Card, who they actually pay attention to their Facebook. I put our rank on there, so we probably hurt their feelings talking about self-titled. So
true.
I'll add Jack White. I don't care.
Yeah, Jack, let us know if you'd like to come on, and we'll even do your favorite artist also.
I'm gonna be heading to Nashville this week, and I'm gonna stop by Third Man and be like, "Hey guys,
there you go.
You guys should watch our show."
That's
there
perfect.
You go.
Until we see you next time, stay safe. Hey, wait a minute, Jason, did you find anything about our color scheme?
No, I went down some weird rabbit internet hole where they were talking about what does the white stripe mean on the flag, and
Lord,
we'll figure it out later.
Until we see you next time, stay safe, make good decisions.